guys, today we're going to make a daisy chain bracelet that's perfect for any skill level. So today we're making this daisy chain bracelet that I came up with that's really fun, and it's great because it's not very complicated. So let's go over the tools and supplies needed for this project. A chain nose and a flat nose plier, a pair of tweezers, a cord cutter, 2 colors of 8/0 Miyuki seed beads. This color is for the base, and this color will be for the petals. And then you'll need 5 beads for the center of your flowers. I chose 4mm metal beads. And then you'll need a clasp, some jump rings, and 2 knot ends that look like this. And I like size 8 silk for this project. All right, so let's get started. First, we're gonna stretch our silk. And this is Griffin bead cord, and it's amazing because it has a built-in needle. And this is a pack I've already kind of been using, but I'll show you quickly how I stretch it in case you don't know. And always save your card so you can keep using your silk. So you can see it has a built-in needle, and it looks like this. And I'm just going to grab some water. Normally I just go to a faucet and run it under there, but I'm just gonna dip it in the water. And then with my hands, just kind of squeeze it and pull. And we do this because when you're working with it, sometimes it stretches, and you want to prevent that as much as possible. Now I'm gonna tie a knot on the end. And take one of my knot cups or clamshells and string it onto the needle. I like to go ahead and close the clamshell over the knot before I start beading because I like to keep this project kind of like against the knot cup while I'm working on it. So I'll show you how I do that. Once you tie your knot, grab some knot cutters or cord cutters and just cut just beyond that knot. And then pull your knot cover up over it. And then close it with a pair of pliers. And this is where you'll attach your clasp at the end. So now you're ready to work. And I like to work on a bead mat. It really helps when working with seed beads because you can use the needle to kind of scoop them up. And I'm gonna make 3 piles of beads. Okay, so that's gonna be for the base of the bracelet. And then I have my center of the flowers. And then I have my petals. We're gonna start with 7 beads as our base, and then each segment in between will have 7 beads except the end. And that's kind of where I'll add 10 or however many that I know I need to finish it and be the size that I want. And it really depends on the clasp that you use, so keep that in mind. I'm just gonna go with my needle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then let those fall down. Then you're gonna string 5 white petal beads. And then 1 center bead. Let that fall down. And then you're gonna actually go back through the first white bead towards the knot cover, like that, and pull it tight. And then see, it kind of looks a little bit wonky, and you just keep pulling and kind of arrange the flower petals like that. Then string 3 more white beads. And then you're going to go back through this bead. Which technically is the 5th white petal bead that you strung in the first part. And then you pull it tight, and it's a little flower. So then you just repeat that segment over and over. I did 5 flowers. Yeah, I'll show you one more time how to make that flower just in case. So let's do 7 base beads. I love this color. 6, 7. Make sure everything's tight. I usually go back, just really squish it up next to that knot end because you don't want it to stretch when you're finished. Okay, and so then we're gonna do 5 white beads in the center bead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a center bead. And then we're going to go back through the first white bead. Pull that tight. And then add 3 more white beads. And then we're going to go back through this white bead. So now you just repeat that pattern. Okay, so I've made 5 segments of this daisy chain bracelet so far, and I'm about to add my last 10 beads to the base. And just as a reminder, this is for a 7-inch bracelet, so you may have to add more beads to this section, or if you want, you can add more to the front. You can space out your flowers. This is just how I did mine. So let's add 10 more beads. And now string on your other knot cover. Make sure that it is going outward. The opposite way as the first one. So you're going to string it this way. And this is where you're going to need your tweezers. I like to tie a knot right inside that cup as close as I can to the base of it. And the way that I do that is it's almost the way that I hand knot pearls too, but I'll just tie a knot here and then stick my tweezer into that loop and hold the silk really, really close to the knot cup and then pull that tight. And don't let go with your tweezers until the very last second, and then push it down. And I'll do that one more time just so I can tie another knot. Just tie a knot, put your needle nose tweezers in the loop, very carefully pull it down, And there you have your knot. So next you just trim that off with your knot cutter. And close that up like we did the first one with your chain nose plier. And now we're ready to add our clasp. I'm going to use a lobster claw clasp for this, and just 2 jump rings, and then a closed ring for the other side. And to do this, we're just going to need 2 pairs of pliers, flat nose, chain nose, and we're going to twist open the jump rings. That. Slide it on one end, attach your ring, close it back up by twisting, and same with the other side. And if you need to, you can even add an extender chain to make it longer if you find that you made it too short. And there you have it. I love wearing my Jay-Z chain bracelet. It's so cute, and I hope you enjoyed this project. Also, if you want to make this bracelet I have on with it, we'll send a link to that. So let's go back over some of the tools we'll need for this project. Miyuki seed beads, size 8/0 in 2 colors, metal beads for the center of the flowers, and then you're going to need a clasp, jump rings, a closed ring for one side, and 2 knot ends. You're going to need size 8 silk, this is Griffin, a pair of tweezers, a knot cutter or cord cutter, a flat nose plier, a chain nose plier. If you need any of the tools or supplies, check out the links below. I love daisies. What's your favorite flower? Let us know in the comments below, and while you're there, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell. And now that you know how to make a daisy chain bracelet, you can say, I made this.